South Sudan has a transitional constitution which came into effect in 2011 when it gained independence. The constitution, although good, has some major weaknesses which have been exploited by the executive for political expediency. Hello, welcome to SSGTV South Sudan Global. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe and we will continue to bring you informative videos. In our today analysis, we have analyzed 5 major weaknesses in the transitional constitution of South Sudan. Here are they. Number 1, declaration of a state of emergency. Article 55, Section H gives the National Legislative Assembly powers to approve the state of emergency that the President declared, especially when there is invasion, war, famine, disease, outbreak, etc. Although Article 55, Section H empowers the National Legislative Assembly to approve the state of emergency declared by the President, it does not provide the time frame the state of emergency ends. That means that the state of emergency can continue if the President desires. Number 2, appointments and removal of Vice President. Article 105, Section 1 states that the Vice President shall be appointed by the President subject to approval by a 2/3 majority of all members of the National Legislative Assembly. This article is problematic as it does not put restrictions on the number of Vice Presidents the President should appoint. Currently, South Sudan has 5 Vice Presidents. Those positions were created not based on the transitional constitution, but courtesy of political negotiations. By the way, the National Legislative Assembly never approved the appointments of our 5 Vice Presidents. Article 105, Section 2 states that the Vice President may be removed from his position by the President or through a vote of no confidence by 2/3 majority of all members of the National Legislative Assembly. This article is problematic because it treats removal of Vice President as a standalone factor, rather than tying it to the approval of 2/3 majority of all members of the National Legislative Assembly. Just as the appointment of Vice President must be approved by the 2/3 majority of all members of the National Legislative Assembly, the removal should follow the same procedure. Before the war broke out in December 2013, President Kiir applied Article 105, Section 2, and removed his Vice President Dr. Riek Machar and dissolved the whole cabinet. Number 3, removal of state governors and dissolution of state governments by the President. Article 101, Section R gives the President power to remove state governors elected by the people or dissolve state legislative assembly in the event national security and territorial integrity is threatened in the state. Yet this contradicts Article 49, Section B, Part 1, which prohibits national and state governments from interference or encroachment on each other's functions. Additionally, Article 101, Section S stipulates that the President shall appoint a state caretaker governor who shall prepare for snap elections within 60 days. While this has not happened for a long time, President Kiir has been removing state governors and appointing state governors or dissolving the state legislative assemblies without elections being held. Article 165, Section 1 prohibits interference of the central government in state governments. However, Article 101, Section R and Section S have taken precedence over Articles 49, Section B, Part 1 and 165, Section 1. Article 165, Section 2 violates 165, Section 1, which provides residents a right to vote for the state governors, but then the elected state governors must, in consultation with the President, appoint or remove their deputy and cabinet. Number 4, no recalling of MPs and governors. Article 63, which spells out circumstances under which an MP can lose his or her seat, does not include a recall process that any citizen can initiate, especially based on incompetence and non-performance. The Constitution insulates an MP from an act of recall until when elections are called or if they die or get convicted. So if there are no elections, you are stuck with a non-performing MP forever. Sad. He or she will be busy in the hotel guzzling expensive whiskey and enjoying combo at your expense. The same trend is repeated with governors. Citizens can never initiate a recall process if their governor is not up to the task. You must wait until elections are called for you to fire your governor, or else wait until he or she steps on the president's toes. Number 5, below age 40 cannot run for president. Article 98, Section B states that a candidate for the office of president shall be at least 40 years of age. The Constitution does not give a reason why a presidential candidate must be at least 40 years old. Why not 35 or 18 years old? To young South Sudanese aspiring for presidency, you must clock age 40 or become a Jewish pest, otherwise forget about it. Article 98 does not impose an age limit as well. That means you can be 101 years old and still run for presidency. Just don't go to the public rally on a stretcher. In conclusion, the architect of the transitional constitution of South Sudan, in one way or the other, messed up our country. They bear responsibility for the wrong direction our country has taken. The transitional constitution was designed to make South Sudan a failed state, which currently it is. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to SSGTV South Sudan Global.